With the whole felony thing, after I passed the test, thinking I might not get it, I went into the process of setting my background aside. In Arizona, you can't get your record expunged. You can get it set aside, which means if they go to look in your background, they won't see everything, I guess. I don't know how it really works. So there was still a slim chance that I did all of this for nothing. So, for those of you out there that want to get your real estate license, it is honestly not as hard as one would think. You don't need no schooling, you don't need no degree. You just need the passion to learn, grind it out, and move forward. My biggest hangup before all of me getting my license, I looked up on the internet. I have a background, I have felonies. So I did some research, like, can you get your real estate license with having that type of background? And everything that I read was like, yeah, you should be able to. Then I spent the money and did all of the classes and did all of the testing. And then afterwards, it was like, yeah, you might not be able to. I was like, oh, crap. But that was my biggest hang up, but I still got my license with the background that I have. So the process was, it was roughly $800, and you get a big ass book. That's a ton of chapters. You get these cards, flashcards, and I did the 2-week course, man. So I eat, breathe, nothing but real estate. So what my 2 weeks looked like, it was actually 9 days. You had the weekends off, but I woke up at 4 a.m. in the morning, studied the chapter ahead, so I knew what we were going to talk about in that chapter. Then I would go at 7, so that's 3 hours before I was supposed to be there at 7 a.m. And then from 7 a.m. to, I think it was 5, they just drilled 2 chapters a day. 2 chapters a day, drilled it, and then I would stay after another 2 hours to look at another chapter ahead or to recap on that chapter. Then I would go home, no family time. I told my wife, I was like, this is what I'm doing. I would come home, go to sleep immediately. I'd get home at 8, eat something, go to sleep immediately, and then repeat, get right back up at 4 a.m. So that's all I did, was drilled real estate into my brain. I found a YouTube channel of some other school out in Tucson. It wasn't the same chapters, but it gave you the same ideas and the same concepts. So on my way to the real estate thing, I was listening to this YouTube channel. On my way home, I was listening to this YouTube channel. During the weekend, I was doing the YouTube channel. So it was a 9-day thing. So I did Monday through Friday the first week, and then the second week was only 4 days. It was Monday through Thursday. And the hardest part about getting a real estate license to me was the school test. So if you go to the Arizona Business School, ASREB, it is the school test is the hardest, and they do that for a reason, because so I didn't pass it the first time. I was devastated. I missed it by 2 points. You have to get a 75 or above. I got a 73. I was like, damn it! So I just did a crash course. It came with that $800 I spent. There was a crash course. I was hoping I didn't need it, but since I didn't pass the test, it was a Saturday, so I even did an extra day, did a 12-hour crash course, and the dude went over everything that would be on the test. And then I took it that Monday, passed. Then you take the state test. So you go in, take the state test, and the state test was so easy. I thought it was trick questions. It was questions like, what's 2 plus 2? And it's multiple choice. And I'm like, am I missing something here? It was so easy, but what was messed up, you go into this little office. They're all over the valley. There was 2 cubicles in there. I'm taking the test. I get done with the test. You get like 4 hours to take the test. I take the test. I go out to the lady that was at the front desk to begin with. She was gone. Nowhere to be found. And I'm sitting here anxious, like, did I pass? Did I pass? Did I pass? And I'm sitting there for 10 minutes, and she just strolls in. She's like, oh. And she gets on her computer, and like, I was like, so did I pass? She's like, you'll wait, we'll find out. And another 5 minutes, it feels like 5 minutes. It might have been quicker, but she's sitting there. She hands me a piece of paper upside down. Still doesn't say a word to me. Hands me the paper. I turn it over. I pass. freaking ecstatic. Go into my car, scream like crazy. During this time, while I'm doing all of this with the whole felony thing, after I looked up, after I passed the test, thinking I might not get it, I went into the process of setting my background aside. In Arizona, you can't get your record expunged. You can get it set aside, which means if they go to look in your background, they won't see everything, I guess. I don't know how it really works. So there was still a slim chance that I did all of this for nothing. But I prayed to God every single day. I go down with my test results, everything, all my paperwork set aside. I had to write to the judge. I had to do all of this stuff, and that took a long time. It took a good 4 months, and every single day I'd go to the website to see if my stuff had been set aside. I go down there to see if I can get my license. Gave them all my paperwork, prayed. She came back, here's your license. Ooh. Tearing up now. It changed everything for me.